Alright, so first I will do the mind test. Yeah. Today we will discuss about the paper 1 for this Negeri Sembilan paper, which is a try for 2018. Yeah, today we'll discuss this paper, and yeah, we have about 100 students here. So yeah, some asked about sejarah tips, but I don't teach sejarah, so sorry I can't help. And yeah, I heard still a lot of you discuss about the modern math, the Nancy question, which I haven't seen the real question yet, but yeah, I guess it's some interesting question. Alright, so yeah, let's begin about this paper. Yep. So this is 2018 Negeri Sembilan MF paper 1. So let's see about how we do about this question. First thing, I hope all of you can actually see the question. Maybe I zoom bigger a bit. Yeah, just in case you can't see. Alright, so okay. The diagram 1 actually will show a snooker on the Cartesian plane, and PQRS. The PQRS are the 4 pockets of the table, and point A is the location of the snooker ball. Alright, so Amiru hit the ball from the point A to one of the pockets. Given that the ball have moved a distance of 5 units, so state the pockets that the ball went into. This one actually quite simple. This one is basically just the Pythagoras. If you know Pythagoras, this question will be super easy for you. Okay, so yeah, basically I need to know, in order to get 5 unit, right? In order to get a 5 unit here, at least I know something like Pythagoras. You learn something like Pythagoras, how to get 5 here. Pythagoras tell us that 3, 4, 5, right? 4 and 3 we can swap place. So therefore you need to get a distance which is 3 and 4. Alright, so yeah, when I see this one, I know it's R. Why I choose R? Yeah, because if I form a right angle triangle here, this is 4 unit, isn't it? The length here is 4 unit, the length here is 3 unit. 3 square plus 4 square, you get 25, right? Square root it, so the distance here will be 5. So it's R, and then they ask you to, yeah, given that the ball has, or state okay, so it's just R. Yeah, determine the vector of the ball to the nearest pocket in terms of I and J. So basically he asks you which one is the nearest one. So from here we can easily know the nearest one will be Q, isn't it? This one should be the nearest one. So it will be 3i plus 3j, isn't it? So it will be 3i, 3j. So yeah, for the part B, it's just 3i plus 3j. Alright. How to get an A? Yeah, so okay. Yeah, basically you want to get A, you need to able to do most of the topics. Yeah, and I will not reply any sejarah question here because I'm not good in sejarah, so no point for me to reply as well. Right, so okay, so let's move on to question number 2. The point P is lies on the line QR, given that OP, OQ, and OR is that one. So find the value of H. So we need to find the value of H here. Since it lies on QR, I can say something like, okay, maybe I will say I can say PQR are collinear. If collinear, basically we can form something like PQ equals to the lambda of QR, isn't it? So because they lie on the same straight line, so we can actually do this. So PQ, you should know how to get a vector of PQ. Just PO plus OQ, right? So PQ will be PO plus OQ. And lambda is just a ratio. This one will be QO plus OR. Alright, so PO is opposite of OP, is -3, -5. This is OQ, not OR, right? That means OQ. So OQ is plus -1, 4 equals to lambda. So this one is opposite, so it will be 1, -4 plus OR, H9. So we just need to solve this equation now, basically. Here I will get -4. This one will give me -1 equals to the lambda. Here should be H plus 1. Here should be 5. So I will use the J value to actually get the lambda. So -1 will equals to the 5 lambda. Lambda equals to -1 over 5. Alright, so then I can get a H here. So -4 equals to -1 over 5, H plus 1. So H is basically equals to, multiply, you got 20, right? Equal to H plus 1. H is equals to 19. I find this answer very weird. And this is correct. Yeah. Why PQR? Because the question says, do you read the first sentence? The first sentence, the question says, point P lies on QR. So that means it can be PQR or QPR or PRQ, it doesn't matter. The most important thing is, yeah, they are collinear. Because there's 3 of the point actually lies on the same straight line, right? So this one explains why they are collinear. Okay, so I move on to the next one. Okay, the diagram 2 show a curve, the equation of a curve and tangent to the curve PQ touch the point A. So given that the equation of the tangent PQ is y equals to 5 minus x. Okay, so you have an equation of PQ over here. So express P in terms of K. So you want to express P in terms of K. This is the objective here. The few things we can know over here is tangent. The tangent basically means 2 things in MF. I say many times. One is b squared minus 4ac equals to 0. The other one is a dy dx equals to the gradient of tangent. Whenever you see the word tangent, it means both of these things. Alright, so over here, since I have an equation for PQ, y equals to -x plus 5, and I also, where is the k? Yeah? Oh, k is here. Okay, so this one is called k. It's the x coordinate, y coordinate I do not know. But of course I can know y coordinate easily by substitute the k into this equation. Yeah, y will equals to -k plus 5. So the second coordinate is -k plus 5. I mean the y value. But I don't think you need the y value here. Alright, so since I have this information, I want to form the equation. I make this equation first. This one is x plus p minus x squared minus px. So this equation, if I simplify, it should be -x squared plus x minus px. I factorize out x is 1 minus px plus p. Alright, so since there's unknown here, yeah, I guess both of the method also we can try, because it seems like, but we need a k, right? We need a k. I guess I will do the dy dx in this case. Yeah, I use a second method here. So if I differentiate the curve here, I should get -2x plus 1 minus p. Alright, so, and I know that my x value is k, isn't it, at the point A. So when x equals to k, my gradient should equals to -1, isn't it? Equals to -1. Alright, so I will just solve this one. So I sub the k into x, so it's -2k plus 1 minus p will equals to -1. Then I can get p in terms of the other thing. So I move the p to the other side lah. So this one is positive p. This one will be 2 minus 2k. So So this is my final equation. Okay, why b squared minus 4ac? Okay, so b squared minus 4ac is one of the easier way to determine how many intersection points you have for a straight line and a curve. So whenever we say about tangent, that means the curve only intersect straight line at one point. Then we know this one is b squared minus 4ac equals to 0. Yeah, it's equal to 0. If intersect 2 points, it will be b squared minus 4ac bigger than 0. If you want to know why, you should go to find out about this video. Basically, it come out from the quadratic formula lah. The negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. It come out from that formula. Alright, so why is negative 1? Yeah, because this straight line will have the gradient negative 1, right? Because this straight line is y equals to negative x plus 5. And if you know y equals to mx plus c, you should know the gradient is negative 1, isn't it? The gradient is m is negative 1. Tangent, so this is what I'm trying to say. Tangent means at a point A, the curve and the straight line will have the same gradient. This is why we call gradient of tangent. Alright. Dy dx is equals to negative 2x 1 minus p plus 1. Nope. Because I already joined these two, both have x together to form this one, right? The other one is p. If I differentiate p do not have x, so I will get 0. Okay, so yeah, I factorized out the x already, if you're able to see. Yeah, basically this is the correct answer. So if the equation of normal means, the gradient will be m1, m2 equal to negative 1. They will be perpendicular to each other. Is it the both formula required to solve this equation? No. In this case, I just use the second one. I didn't use the first one. So it doesn't require the first one. Because why? Because here I have too many unknown. Normally I will use the first one. Maybe if I have one unknown only, I will use the b squared minus 4ac, but I will not use both. Okay, so how do I use the second one? Second one, first step I do is I do the dy dx. So you see me doing the dy dx. And then the second thing, I want to find out what's my gradient of tangent. The gradient of tangent I can get from the equation of the straight line. Because the equation of the straight line is basically negative 1, right? So I know the gradient of tangent here, which is this is a tangent line, right? Gradient of tangent is negative 1. So this is the reason why I make my dy dx equals to negative 1. So over here, you should be able to see actually I do the dy dx equals to negative 1. Because I'm using the second methods. I hope I at least make you understand a bit. I know how to find equation of tangent by curve, but I don't know how to find the equation of curve by tangent. Yeah, you want to find the equation of curve in whole syllabus, only have one way, which is integrate dy dx. That's all. That's when you integrate your gradient function. Yeah, normally gradient very hard to get from tangent only. We can get from gradient function lah. Okay. So I'm going to move on to the next one. This one shouldn't be too hard. If you want to do the b squared minus 4ac equal to 0, you just substitute both equations into each other. I guess in this case, maybe we can do that also. Let's try about b squared minus 4ac lah. See is it doable or not. Alright, so let's try about b squared minus 4ac. Because a lot of students so confused and keep asking me. So let's try it out. So in order to do b squared minus 4ac, I will sub the first equation in the second equation. Then I have negative x squared plus 1 minus px plus p equals to 5 minus x. So this one basically I solve the equation of the curve into the equation of the straight line. And I know my x value, right? My x value is k. So I'm going to... No, I cannot do that. I cannot sub my x value. I need to regroup them. So I make it 0. The x squared move here will be positive x squared. This one move to the other side will be minus. Okay. So I will do the negative 1 minus px, and then we have minus x, and then plus 5 plus p. Alright, I refactorize again because I still like something like this. So this is minus 1x minus 1 more x, so it will be minus 2x, right? So it will be 2 minus px plus 5 plus p. Now, yeah, I guess the b squared minus 4ac doesn't help here. Because if I do the b squared minus 4ac, right, I get 2 minus p squared minus 4, my a is 1, c is 5 minus p, 5 plus p. I make it equal to 0. You realize if I solve this equation, I might be able to get the, yeah, the p is minus, yes. Right, I might be able to get the value of p, but over here, I do not want to get the value of p. I'm trying to get the p in terms of k. So I guess the second method here is easier to link between p and k. But if you use the first method, basically you solve it, you get a value of p. But this is not what we want. So in this case, I will just use the second method lah. Alright, don't use this one. Alright, let's move on to number 4 here. Alright, so I think this question, only one thing is a bit confused because a lot of you do a composite function before. When you see hgx, it seems like something I substitute gx into hx, but in this case, when I read this kind of question, I know that h is just a constant value. This means h might equal to 5, h might equal to some constant number. H over here is not the function because the question doesn't say so. Alright, so over here, the first thing is, I have this equation, right? So I try to solve this equation, see what happened. So for negative 2 to 2, hgx, and then I will separate them lah. This is negative 2 to 2, 3. Of course, both also have dx lah. Well, equals to 32 over 3. Alright, so integration law tells me that I can take the constant value come out, right? So I can take the h come out here. So I will get something like this. And then I can easily integrate 3, right? So I will get 3x here. From negative 2 to 2 equals to 32 over 3. Alright, so this part we already solved. This part basically, you sub in the number, you will get 6 plus 6, you will get 12 here. So 12 move to the other side will become plus 12 because this is minus 12. So it become positive 12. So this number we solve already. Don't need to worry about this part. But we want to know what happened when we integrate the gx. So this is the reason why he gave you this thing. So I want to know what happened when I integrate gx is basically quite simple. What I will do is I add the integration symbol for both sides. If the limit is negative 2 to 2, I will just add it, it doesn't matter. And then I said many times in my previous video, when you see the integration, if you see the integration sign and d dx, right, basically you can simplify them. That means if I integrate gx from negative 2 to 2, I should get 3 minus x over x plus 1 from negative 2 to 2. So this is what happens when you see the integrate sign and d dx. Remember, you can always simplify them. Alright, so if you understand, I'm going to solve it from here. So this is 3 minus x over x plus 1, 2 minus 2. Alright, this one is basically 6 minus negative 6 equal to 32 over 3. And then over here, we just solve this equation. So I solve this equation by substitute 2 into it first. So 3 minus 2 is 1 over 3 minus negative 2 move here, I got 5 over negative 1. The 12 I'm going to move to the other side, 32 over 3 plus 12. Alright, so over here I just need to solve this one by using the calculator or whatsoever tool you like. This one will be plus, right? Plus 5 is 16 over 3. Alright, here I will plus 36. 36 will be 68 over 3. So h will equals to 68 over 3 multiply 3 over 16. So I will simplify it and I will need a calculator. 68 divided by 16. Can we get, I don't think we can get a whole number from here. Yeah, h will just equals to 17 over 4. Alright, this is how we solve this kind of question. It shouldn't be too difficult here. Okay, power plus 1 divided by total power. Yeah, that is how we do the integration. Yeah, if you still do not understand about why you can simplify, it's something like this. If A, we differentiate A, we get something B. Example, A is a function, B is another function. So if B, I want to get back A, I will do the integration. So therefore, you can see from A go to B is something that move forward, and from B go to A is move backwards, right? So this is the reason why when you move forward and backward at the same time, you can simplify them. So this one explains why when you see the integrate d dx, for example, if I integrate dA dx, I simplify d dx, I got A. Okay, this is how to simplify. When you see integrate and d dx, just cut both of them. Alright, I hope you can understand. Number 5 here. Okay, so yeah, we have some indices question. So you just copy and expand. This is 5m plus 2 is multiply 5 power of 2 minus 5m equals to 3000 over 5 power of n. And the question asked me to express n in terms of m. So what happens here is, yeah, I will do some simplification here. This is 25, right? 25 multiply 5 power of m minus 5 power m equals to 3000 over 5 power of n. So you just imagine this is something like 25, 5 power of m, you assume it's an apple. 25 apple minus 1 apple, you still have 24 apple, isn't it? So you still have 24 apple here. So, alright, now I can move my 5 power of n to the other side. 5 power of m, 5 power of m multiply 5 power of n equals to 3000 divided by 24. I just move around, I just cross over, alright? Nothing very special here. So 3000 divided by 24 here, I get 125. So 5 power of m multiply mean plus, right? N equals to 125 here. And 125 you know is 5 power of 3, right? So m plus n equals to 3 here. So n equals to 3 minus m. So this is the equation they want. Alright, so basically you just need to solve the equation. I think the only challenging part in this question will be this part, because a lot of students do not know how to minus them, because yeah, you might not see you will get 24 5 power m. So if you do not know how to minus them, actually quite simple. You try to substitute 5 power m become k lah. Then you have something like 25k minus k, then you get 24k. Then remember to sub it back. Alright, so yeah, I realize a lot of students do not know why it's 24. Let me just explain this one again. Okay, so I will let 5 power of m equals to k. So therefore, this is 25k minus k equals to 3000 over 5 power of n. 25k minus k, you get 24k, isn't it? Yeah, then you substitute back the k equals to 5 power of m, you will get exactly same equation with mine. Alright, so I hope you can get the answer. Yeah, or you can factorize out 5 power of m, which is good idea. Alright. If log multiply is plus also. Depend how your log look like. If today we have logs, log a multiply b, yeah, then this one will be log a plus log b. But if today we have log a multiply log b, this one will be log a multiply log b, because you can't simplify log a multiply log b, so you get back the same thing. But if the a, b, you have the bracket, then you can expand, become log a plus log b. Alright, so yeah, I'm quite tiring today, so a bit sorry about this. But anyways, I will still finish 25 questions. Yeah, I have my dinner already. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just drink more water, baby. Alright, so I guess these are log questions. Given that log x squared 5 equals to u and log y 5 equals to w, and then express the expression in terms of u and w as a single fraction. So I just express this one. Log 25 x over Square root x, I know. Square root y, I know is y power half, right? You should know about this. And then in the log world, we know basically divide mean minus, right? So become minus log 25 y power half. Because x over y, that means x minus y if you expand it. Alright, I hope you can see that. Alright, then the next thing I will do is, because I want to substitute the u and w here, so I must have the log x. This one I might have the log y in order to substitute them. But okay, so I'm going to change base here. Just in case some students do not know what is the formula of changing base. Log AB, the change base will become, you can write whatever base you want, let's say C. I mean log AB. They write the B on the top, write the A at the bottom. Okay, this is a rule of changing the base, because this is what I will do here. I will do it here. Because I want to have a base x. So I write log x over log x. X right at the top, 25 right at the bottom. Alright, so minus this one, the half I'm going to move to the front, become multiply. And then I change the base at the same time. This one I will change to the base y. Log y, log y. Okay, my y look like g, but it is y. Log y. Okay, so y right at the top, 25 right at the bottom. Right, so I'm almost done. So log x is equal to 1. This one I want to get the log x, something like square root 5. Okay. Okay. So this is what I would do is, I simplify this one. Of course, you can try to think like square root 5, how to make it 25, but I guess I simplify this one is easier. So this is log x square root 5, right? 5 power half equals to u. So you can move this one to the other side. So it becomes half log x5 equals to u. So I know the log x5 equals to 2u. Okay, so log x5 I will get 2u. Or you can say u will equals to the half log x5. Yeah, either one will work. Because here, I'm going to do something. I'm going to make it become 5 square. 5 square here. And then here I will do the same thing. Log y is 1. This one I will make it become 5 square as well. Alright, then I can move the number to the front here. This is 1 over 2. And what is my log x5? My log x5 is 2u, right? So this one will become 2u. Log x5 is equals to 2u. Alright, so minus this is 1 over 2, right? And then this one 2 I'm going to move to the front. What is log y5? Log y5 is w, right? So equals to w. Alright, so this is 1 over 4u minus 1 over 4w. See, the question want me to make it into the single fraction. So what I will do over here is, yeah, I multiply w and u for both. So yeah, so I'm going to do some multiply. I multiply w here, I multiply u here. So my final equation should be w minus u equals to 4uw. Yeah, I hope I don't make any carry mistake here. Yeah, which I'm not. Okay. Yeah, I guess some people are playing firework outside. Yeah, I guess there's a sound. But anyways, I hope you can get the idea how to get the equation I want. Alright, so I'm going to move on to the next one, if there's no problem. Alright, for this one, yeah, this one, my answer is different with the marking scheme. I guess the marking scheme is basically is a typing error. So what happened is, we know for tangent, if I want to do the tangent, right, the normally tangent x will look like this. Stop at pi. Right, because this is what we call one cycle or one period. Of course, I can modulus my tangent. If I modulus my tangent x, what happens is this line going to reflect. It will look like this, but it still stop at pi. So therefore, for tangent, right? For tangent, we know bx is always equals to pi. Alright, so bx equals to pi. So if in this case, if I want to know my b, right? Basically, I just substitute right now, my 1 period is basically 2 pi. My 1 period is equal to 2 pi. Then I will substitute the 2 pi into here to get my b value. My b value should be 1 over 2. Alright, this is tangent bx. This is tangent bx. But in this case, my b value is equal to 1. Alright, because it's in 1 pi. Tangent should always equal to 1 pi. So in this case, at least I know my b is half pi. So I will just do tangent half x. Alright, this one will be my final answer. Of course, you might ask, can I add an amplitude for it? 5 tangent half x. Yes, you can. So therefore, the answer should be able to accept a tangent half x. Yeah, you write any value for a, you will be correct. Or even you don't write a also, it doesn't matter. B value is like, it determines like how many cycles you have in 1 pi. Something like that. Okay, B is something to do with period. Do you know what is period? Okay, how to explain? Okay, so basically, the tangent equation will be, general equation of tangent will be a tangent bx plus c. Alright, this is a general equation of tangent. And a will be amplitude. Amplitude, because tangents, there's no way we see the amplitude unless we have 45 degree. But in this case, we don't have, so we can't see the a value over here, so this is not important. C is going to tell you the tangent graph going to shift up or shift down how many units. But since the graph is on the x-axis, so C is 0 as well. So right now, we only left the tangent bx. Okay, and you want to know b value is very easy. You just need to remember for tangent, bx is always equal to pi or 180 degree. This is something fixed already, one. It's sort of the formula. Alright, so if b equals to 1, then you have tangent x. Tangent x, b equals to 1, right? That means your 1 cycle is 180. Tangent 1 cycle is not 360. And then tangent 1 period is 180 also. Only sine and cos 1 period will be 360. Tangent is just half of it. Alright, then how do you know the b value? You want to see what is the new 1 cycle in the diagram here. The new 1 cycle in the diagram here is 2 pi, right? That means 1 cycle is a 1 period is 2 pi. Period actually is the x value. So you make the x equal to 2 pi. You plug into this equation. Then you can get your b equals to 1 over 2. Then you substitute back into the tangent bx. Then become tangent half x. Alright. Yeah, so I hope you can understand. Yeah, tangent is the only one equals to 180. Because a lot of students might think tangent equals 360. Yeah, it's just 180. Okay, so if you understand, then I move on to next question. Okay, solve the trigonometric equation. 6 sine x plus secant x. So yeah, this one should be quite easy. Secant x, if you do not know what is this, you see the third letter. 1, 2, 3. Third letter is c, right? So it's 1 over cos x. Yeah, you always can see the third letter to know what is it. Then what I'm doing here is I'm going to move the cos x to the other side. When I see sin x cos x, first thing come into my mind is the formula for sin 2x. Because it will equals to 2 sin x cos x. Alright, because this is the only formula, sin x will multiply with cos x. Alright, so therefore, in order to get the 2 sin x cos x, I will make the 6 here become 3 multiply 2. So 3 multiply 2 sin x cos x equals to 1. Alright, so therefore 2 sin x cos x will equals to 1 over 3. Because I move the 3 to the other side. What is 2 sin x cos x? Equal to sin 2x, right? Sin 2x will equals to 1 over 3. Alright, so before I start to find the angle for 2x, of course I will do the inverse sign here, 1 over 3. But I want to know for 2x, right, how far my angle should find. Because I don't have the range for 2x. I only have the range for x. And I guess this is typing error lah. This on the middle one should be x. Okay, it shouldn't be theta because we don't have any theta in the whole equation here. So therefore, this is for our x, right? So what I will do is I want to find the 2x. I will multiply 2 for 0, I get 0. I multiply 2 for 360, I get 720. That means this is my range for 2x. That means for 2x over here, I'm going to multiply, I'm going to find a value until I get 720 or close to 720, but I cannot beyond 720. Okay, then my final answer, I want to find x, right? Then all my x here, I'm going to divide 2 for it. So you're going to see what happened here. So of course, I want to find my first angle first. So I'm going to shift sine 1 over 3. You type in the calculator, you should get 19.47. And because of add sugar to coffee, you know sine will get positive because 1 over 3 is positive, 1 over 3 is positive, right? Sine will get positive in the first quadrant and second quadrant. Second quadrant is 180 minus theta, right? So therefore, the second answer is just 180 minus my first answer. So it will be 160.53. Because just now I said I want to find the answer up to or close to 720. So I'm going to move on to find next two answer. The next answer is just 360 plus the first answer because in the second cycle. So we will get 379.47. The last one is just 360 plus this one. So you should get 520 plus 53. You might ask, should you continue to find more here? Do you continue? Is it equals to -1? Not equals to -1, right? Why someone told me, oh, if -1 over 3, you're going to take the angle in the third and fourth quadrant. That means you're going to use 180 plus 19.47, 360 minus 19.47. Alright. So, okay, let me come back this one. I already have 4 answers. Should I continue find? Yes, you can always test. So I'm going to use this answer plus 360 to find the third cycle. So it's 360 plus 379. You get 739. 739 is already bigger than 720, right? So that means I cannot move forward. I only have 4 of this answer. Then I can easily get my x value by divided 2 for every single one. So 19.47, I will divide 2 for here. I get 9.74. And then 160.53 divided by 2, I will get 80.27. And then I will continue move on. 379.47 divided by 2, I get 189.74. And then this one, 520.53 divided by 2, I will get 260.27. Alright, so you can realize all my answer x here is still within the 360 range here. Alright, so yeah, some questions here. Can I straight away use the x equals to 9.7356? Normally, I will not straight away use the 9.7356 because it's very hard for me to get the second answer. Yeah. So I don't understand how do you get 150 point. Yeah, you just need to understand about this quadrant thingy. Yeah, because sine get positive, right, in 2 quadrants, first and second quadrant. Second quadrant, in order to find the angle, we will use 180 minus theta. There's a formula. So theta will be the answer in the first quadrant. First quadrant is answer within 0 to 90. And y is 180. Oh my god. You all need to go to check out my complete cover of trigonometric function. I do make a 45 minutes videos like cover everything about trigonometric function because based on some of the question here, I guess you guys do not understand the basic thing. So even I try to explain here, you also do not know what is happening here. So yeah, you just go to check out, after this live streaming, go to check out my complete cover of trigonometric function. I do say anything you need to know in trigonometric function from math to MF. Alright, so I'm going to move on to the next one. Can I skip to find 2x? Yeah, you can't skip. You need to find the 2x. Then only you can find x, right? Okay, yeah, for second cycle, yes, it's 360 plus x, 540 minus x, which is correct. Yeah, you can write 19.47 degree to 19.28. I am not sure about the range, but then trying to get more accurate, take more decimal. If you only get 1 or 2 answer only, you might lose 1 to 2 mark in this case. Alright, so let me move on. But at least if you only get 2 answers, at least you will get some working mark lah. Okay, number 9 here. Kairu decided to go on a special high protein diet program to gain weight rapidly, so he will be qualified for the bodybuilding competition. So his initial weight is 40 kg and gains the weight in a constant rate. After 5 months, his weight is 70 kg. So in this case, W is the weight of Kairu in kilogram and T is the time in months. So write down the weight W in a function notation. So in order to get a function notation here, basically quite easy. We'll do the WT. Since the question asked me to write, I guess I don't need a lot of working. So I will use the initial weight, which is 40 kg, plus the weight he will increase every month. So basically he will from the 70 go to 40 to 70, right? He increased 30 kg in 6 months, right? So in 6 months. So I want to know, because T is a value in 1 month. So I want to know about 1 month. So I will use 30 divided by 6. I will get 5 kg per month. So that's me. He's going to increase 5 kg per month, right? So I'm going to do 5T. Sorry, in 5 months, not 6 months. In 5 months. And I'm going to divide by 5 and get 6. So it's 60. Alright, so this one is quite accurate one. How do I know my equation is correct? So so what I can do is I can try to substitute my after 5 months. I want to know what is the weight of Kairu after 5 months. So I substituted 5 into here. 6, 5, I get 70. So it's very accurate because I get 70. So yeah, so this is the equation. Alright, so Kairu wished to join the 100 category. He started his initial weight and only 9 months to prepare for the competition. So does Kairu qualified to join the competition? Give your reason. So I will just do W9. So 40 plus 69, I will get 54. I will get 94 kg. So which is not qualified. Not qualified because is only have 94 kg, which is less than 100 kg. Yeah, something like that lah. You can use your own sentence to actually do this. Alright. I guess this one is just a simultaneous equation. I don't know. This doesn't seem like the MF chapter. Maybe it's a function. Yeah, maybe it's a function also. Yeah, possible. Yeah, this one I basically just test your common sense lah, because in this part over here you don't have a lot of formula for you to use. So I guess it's which topic also not so important. Yeah, you just need to know. Maybe it's a function lah, because it tests you like how you understand about basic of function and how to use a function. So yeah, function notation, yeah, you need to use the logical thinking to think about the answer lah. So of course, because I teach MF a lot, when I see these kind of things, right, because we always have something in function. In function, we always have something like fx equals to something like a plus bt. Yeah, because a will be the initial value, I believe physics also learned this, right? B will be, because I have a plus vt lah. That one is I teach in IGCSE, the relative velocity. This, yeah, B can be any value, right? It can be velocity, and T will be time. Yeah, so whenever I want to form the equation, I will always think about this equation. Maybe I can just copy this kind of equation and solve it. Alright, so yeah, question number 10 here. So they asked me to find the G inverse 5 here. Okay, so the G inverse 5 will equals to 3m plus 1. So I move the G inverse to the other side because I'm so lazy to find G inverse. So 5 is equal to G 3m plus 1. So I have the gx, right? So if G 3m plus 1, that means my x will change to 3m plus 1. Then I will solve this one. 5 equals to 3 minus 6m minus 2. So this one will give me 1. So 6m will equals to negative. Okay, never mind, step by step. And minus 1, I get 4, negative 6m. So m should equals to negative 2 over 3. Yeah, 4 over 6, right? You should get negative 2 over 3. Yeah. Alright, so then I go to the second equation here. Express Q in terms of P. Alright, so when I see G and G inverse together, right, I actually quite happy because what we know G and G inverse basically we can simplify it. You can just ignore it. So P plus 1 equals to F 5P. So F 5P, I have an Fx here, right? It's x minus 2Q. Okay, F 5P, that means my x will change to 5P, right? 5P minus 2Q equals to P plus 1. Alright, so this one I want to make Q as subject. I'm going to move my 2Q to the other side, become positive 2Q. 5P minus 1P, I will get 4P. And 1 I will move to the minus 1. So Q is just 4P minus 1 over 2. Alright, it should be quite easy here. Alright, so I hope you can understand. Yeah, G inverse x will equals to x, yes. But then over here you don't have x, right? So you just left the p plus 1. So if you have G inverse x, we should left an x here because you have an x, right? So if you have G inverse p plus 1, you will left a p plus 1 here. You just left whatever bracket one. Alright. Yeah, inverse you can straight away move to opposite. F inverse A equals to B, then A equals to FB. This is always correct one. Yeah, you can move to the other side. So can you find some hard questions for us? Yeah, the hard question I also finding. Yeah, because some hard question is very tough. Yeah, if I found any, I will try to post it. But I guess you can get the hard questions on some book also. As what I know, the SAS Buddy, they do come out a lot of exercise for hard question. Yeah, you can try to find from there. Alright, so let me move on. Yeah, this is a Blue Yeti mic. I like this mic a lot. Alright, so question number 4 here. Number 11, diagram 4, sorry. Okay, so you have a equation and a straight line. So determine the range value of y. When range value, I see the word range. I know it's something like bigger, less than, bigger, equal, or less or equal. Must have something like this because range. Okay, so you realize the curve and the straight line does not intersect. When does not intersect, should have something come into your mind, right? When you see does not intersect, it means what? B squared minus 4ac less than 0. Right, when you see does not intersect, you should first thing you should think about this is b squared minus 4ac less than 0. So therefore, in order to do this, you need to substitute both equations into each other, even though they doesn't intersect each other. So 2x squared plus x minus 7 equals to px minus 9. I'm going to solve this thing. 2x squared plus x minus px plus 2 equals to 0. So I factorize out the x. So this is 1 minus p x plus 2 equal to 0. Because you must get the general form first, then only you can take out the a, b, c. You cannot straight away take out the ABC from there. Okay? Okay, so therefore, B square, just in case you do not know what is A, B, and C, this is A, this is B, this is B, this is A, and this is C. Alright, so I will do B square minus 4AC less than 0. Then I will get a range here. So 1 minus 2p plus p square minus 16 less than 0. Then p square minus 2p minus 15 less than 0. Then I will solve this equation by factorize it. This is p minus 3, p minus 5, p plus 3. So because less than 0, right, you should know inequality, this is 5 and negative 3, right? Less than 0 is on between. So p must be on between negative 3 and 5. Alright, this is how we get the range here. So I wanna ask that in Form 5 syllabus don't have b square minus 4ac. Yeah, basically you have b square minus 4ac equal to 0 when there are two equal roots, bigger than 0 when there are two distinct roots, less than 0 when there are no real root or does not intersect. Actually have one more which is bigger or equal to 0, but this one seldom happen in SPM. In IEG CSC syllabus they have, this one mean have real root only, because this one is combined first and second. This one is have real root. Yeah, but you don't have less or equal. Yeah, you don't have less or equal. But yeah, in SPM normally only 1, 2, and 3 lah. As what I know. No, this graph is normally I will draw, but if ask me is it must, actually no need lah. If I do myself, I know about this answer straight away. But if you not sure, you always can draw out the graph. Just remember less than 0 is below the x-axis, more than 0 is above the x-axis. Alright, so number 12 here. Can use a number line. You mean you draw out the number line? Yeah, you can use the number line if you understand. Not necessarily must draw the U-shaped diagram. You can use anything as long as you get the same answer with mine. Yeah, I guess maybe you draw the graph also, because actually I checked the marking scheme. They also draw the graph here. You see the marking scheme, they'll also draw the graph here. So maybe you just draw. But I'm not sure if you didn't draw, will then minus mark or not, if as long as your working is correct. Yeah, so I guess if you are worried, you just draw the graph. Alright, so let me move on to the question 12 here. Alright, this is sum of root and product of root. It's a Form 4 chapter. Alright, so okay, so I do the first equation first. So alpha and beta is their root, right? So I do the sum of root. So alpha plus beta. Okay, let me do step by step. So sum of root will equals to negative b over a, right? So alpha plus beta, negative b will be positive p square. So p square over 2. Yeah, because negative become positive. So I didn't write the negative there. Alright, so the product of root should be 1 over 2 lah. Okay, c over a. Product of root should be c over a, right? You all should already remember about all this basic formula. And then this is second equation. And in this second equation, you have this different root here. So I will do the sum of root also. Sum of root, that means alpha over 2 plus beta over 2 should equals to... Alright, this one it doesn't factorize out. So I'm going to factorize for them. Cube minus 3x So this is my b, right? Negative b over 1. Yeah, so it's just like this. Negative b over a, right? A is just 1. Alright, so I will sort of solve this thing first. Over 2 equals to 3 minus q. Alright, because the question asked me to make an equation relate between p and q, and then I solve it, I want to get p instead of q. So I guess maybe I straight away substitute the thing into here. So I move my 2 to the other side. I get 6 minus 2q. Alpha plus beta equals to p squared over 2. So therefore, I want to make p a subject, right? Equals to 12 minus 4q. So p is just equals to square root of 12 minus 4q. Yeah, I guess this is the final answer. Yeah, of course I checked the answer already. The answer actually writes something like p equals to 2 square root 3 minus q. Yeah, it's the same thing. So what the answer do is they actually just do one more step, which is factorize out the 4 here. They factorize out the 4, then they will get something like this. 4 multiply 3 minus q. And then this one equals to square root 4 multiply square root 3 minus q. Then you will get 2 square root 3 minus q. But I guess this one can be final answer. Not necessarily must simplify like that. Yeah, I guess this is okay to do not do the last step. Yeah, should you do the plus minus here? Yeah, normally square to the other side square root, I will do the plus minus. Yeah, you want to do the plus minus also can. But the marking scheme here, it doesn't do any plus minus here. Yeah, is there any reason it doesn't do any plus minus? I don't know. Yeah, but normally square and square root, I will do the plus minus lah. But I guess maybe you don't do also can. Yeah, just write the plus minus lah. Just write a plus minus for safe purpose. Yeah, I would say the factorization is not necessary. Yeah, how come? Yeah, this one is basically is a simplify lah. They just factorize and simplify. Yeah. Normally square to the other square root, I will always do the plus minus lah. I guess the plus minus is more important than the factorize. Yeah, because normally SPM they don't learn about cert. So yeah, I don't think you need to simplify there. Alright, so okay. In arithmetic progression, the 12th term is equivalent to sum of the first 12th term. Alright, so that means 12th term equals to the sum of the 12th term. Find the 6th term over here. Alright, so let's apply some formula here. Is a plus 11d equals to n over 2. 2a plus n minus 1d. Alright, this is just a formula. I just apply into the formula. So a plus 11d equals to 6. Yeah, 2a plus 11d. So a plus 11d equals to 12a plus 66d. So I move my a to the other side, I get 11a. I move here, I get negative 55d. So a should equals to negative 5d. Okay, I'm going to call this one first equation, and then the question asked me to find the 6th term. T6 equals to a plus 5d. And I got my a value right. A is negative 5d plus 5d equals to 0. So my 6th term over here is just 0. Yeah, and this question you don't use the logic to think, because this question itself is not logic. But anyways, I guess yeah, this is the way of doing this. Alright, so far is there any question? why sum of root is equal to p squared over 2. Alright, you do not know about what is sum of root, right? Yeah, sum of root always equals to negative b over a. For ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. So sum of root is always negative b over a. Negative b will be negative. So you know a, b, and c, right? Negative b is just p squared over a. A is 2, right? So divided by 2. This is how we get the sum of root. So you still cannot understand, I can't help you. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to move on to next question, 14 here. So the sum of the first n term for geometric progression is that formula. So in this case, the sum of the first n term is given here. So yeah, so I want to find the 8th term, right? So basically I will do the S8 minus S7. Because sum of the first 8th term minus sum of the first 7th term, then I can get the 8th term here. Alright, a lot of students ask why T12 equals to S12. You need to read the question. Because the question already say the 12th term is equivalent to sum of the first 12th term. Alright, just read the question, then everything will be good. Alright, let me just move on. Okay, so the sum of the first n term of the GP is this one. So yeah, in order to find the 8th term, I will do the S8 minus S7. So yeah, just plug in here. 1 minus 1 over 2 power of a minus 32. 1 minus 1 over 2 power of 7. And then you should be able to get an 8th term here because you want to get T8. So this is how we do it. And then we will use the calculator here. 32 multiply 1 minus 1 over 2 power of 8. So first one give you 255 over 8 minus 2 power of 7 is 127 over 4. 255 over 8 minus answer just now. Yeah, your final answer should be 1 over 8. Yeah, this is how we get the T8 here. Okay, when should we use Sn minus Sn minus 1? Alright, so because in this question itself, the question only give you the formula for Sn, for GP. So they only give you the equation for Sn. So if I want to use the Sn to find T, then you need to understand. Okay, let's say I want to find the T2, right? I will use the S2, T3 lah. T3 easier to explain. So I'm going to, if I find T3, right, I'm going to use the S3 minus S2. Alright, it's sort of the n minus 1. Because of what? You're trying to imagine what is the S3 mean? S3 mean T1 plus T2 plus T3, right? S3 means sum of the first 3 terms. So yeah, the S2 is what? Sum of the first term and the second term. So if I minus them, same thing, I minus. Same thing, I minus. So I left T3 only, right? So this is how we get the things, the T3. So if you really want me to write you a formula for it, just in case you don't know. Okay, first thing, in case you only have Sn, you want to find Tn, the formula will be Tn, will be Sn minus Sn minus 1. Yeah, you can use this one to do if you have no idea how to do it. Yeah, just apply the formula. It should be easier for you. Alright, so yeah, sum of infinity here. This question is a bit tricky. But if you understand, sum of infinity, one of the sum of infinity means the n value will become infinity. Okay, the n value here will become infinity. So right now, you imagine if 1 divide by extremely big number, what will you get if 1 divided by extremely big number? Because 2 power of infinity is very, very, very big, right? So you will get 0. Okay, so therefore, the whole thing here will equals to 0. Because this number, 1 divided by extremely big number, you will get 0. Then you left the 32 multiply 1, then you will get 32. Alright, so for the part B, the answer is just 32. Yeah, there's a formula for sum of infinity, but I guess this question you cannot use the formula you have. Because what? You don't have A and you don't have R. So there's no way you use the formula. Alright. Okay, if no problem, I'm going to move on. And I see some students actually talking nonsense in my chat room here. Yeah, so yeah, better don't do this. You are kind of adult already. So yeah, be more mature, please. Alright, so yeah, if I see anyone just still talking nonsense here, I will just remove from the chat group here lah. So I'm so sorry of doing that. But then yeah, because it's unfair for those students who want to learn. So yeah, please respect yourself and respect others as well. No number of anything divided by an extremely large number, you will get a value that is close to 0. Yes, you just imagine any number divided by extremely big value, you will get 0. Alright, so okay, number 15. State the function of the graph. Okay, so first thing is in this graph over here, I would assume before the modulus, the graph should look like this. This is 8 here. And then the coordinate here, the minimum point will be 3 and will be -3 and 4. Isn't it? This you will get like this because it's modulus it. So you need to imagine what happened is before the modulus, the graph should look like this. Oh, sorry, 3 is still the same. It should be 3 and -4. Yeah, because here is 4 unit, right? So here must be 4 unit as well. Alright, so okay, so therefore, if I want to do the fx, before I add a modulus, right, I will do without a modulus first. So yeah, so therefore my p should be -3, right? Because this is how we get the minimum x value, just always the different sign. And my q value is just -4, right? Alright, then the next thing I want to find a, I will substitute this coordinate, which is 0, 8 here. A equals to a 0 minus 3 square minus 4. So this one I get 12 equals to 9a. So a will basically equals to 12 over 9, which is 4 over 3. Okay, yeah, then the next thing I will do is substitute in to here. So therefore my fx should equals to 4 over 3 x minus 3 square minus 4. And then I'll add the modulus for it. Okay, I will just add the modulus for it because the real life is whatever inside the negative below the x-axis, it will reflect to become positive. Okay, why x is 0? Because y-intercept what? What is this coordinate? This coordinate is 0, 8, isn't it? Sub the 0 into x, sub the 8 into the y here. Y is -4. Y x minus 3. Okay, yeah, there's so many y here. Let me just explain to you. Okay, you all need to study a bit of this topic. So if you have a minimum value is p and q. Okay, if you want to form the equation, in this case, we assume a equals to 1. I will assume a equals to 1, right? If not, it will become very a lot of possibility. So you have to form the equation, right? Never mind lah. I just write a. It should be a x. Okay, this is the minimum x value, right? Minimum x value is p. Here you need to write minus p square. And then this is minimum y value, right? Just plus the minimum y value. Okay, this is the pattern of the completed square. Alright, so if you in the completed square form, whatever inside the bracket square here, this one will be the x coordinate, because how to get the value, example, if I have just an example 2x minus 4 square plus 5. Okay, first thing is I know this equation actually give me a minimum coordinate. Why I know the coordinate is minimum? Because a is positive. If a is positive here, you will get the minimum coordinate. If a is negative here, you will get a maximum coordinate. Alright, so this is something you should know. You should know this is from 4 topics. Alright, so and then what is my coordinates? My x coordinate gets inside the bracket, right? How do I get x coordinate? This is the way. Inside the bracket, you just copy x minus 4, make it equal to 0. Then you get x equals to 4, right? Then this is 4. And how about my minimum y coordinate? Just outside the bracket, 5. Okay, so this is how we get the value from completing the square. So at the same time, this is how I get my value here. I hope you can understand. Yeah, y equals to -4 because of reflection. Yes, because it reflects up already, right? It reflects on the 0. So it reflects from 0 to 4 here. So when I reflect back, so 0 will go to -4. You should understand that. Yeah, you should focus on the non-modulus first. This the modulus graph basically is just like modulus the whole thing, make the whatever below the x-axis do the reflection. Yeah, x-axis will be your axis not axis symmetry. It's a reflection line. Yeah, then you add the modulus signs as a last step here. No, axis symmetry is just your x value. So in this case, x equals to 4 will be your axis symmetry. Will be your axis symmetry. So if in this case, my axis symmetry always passing through the x coordinate of your minimum or maximum point. So in this graph, your axis symmetry is just x equals to 3. You just go to find where is my minimum point or where is my maximum point. You find the x value is your axis symmetry. Just add the x equals to something. Alright. So I'm going to move on to the next question. We will still have 10 more questions. Today we are going quite slow. Yeah, so let me just move on. If no modulus, you will be minus mark, definitely, because they ask you state this formula, right? The formula itself have the modulus. So how can you finally, your final equation don't have the modulus? How to get a 4/3? Basically, you just substitute the y-intercept into the first equation. Substitute this coordinate. Substitute the 0, 8 into this equation. Solve it, you will get the 4/3. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to move on to number 6. Alright, so 16. Yeah, in this case, my x is equals to 3. Is my axis symmetry, yes. Yeah, okay, I try to be slow a bit. Then this live streaming going to be very long. Alright, so, okay. An ice cream company want to create a limited edition ice cream cone for the World Children's Days. So diagram 6 show a ice cream cone. Given that the height of the ice cream is 24 cm and the circumference of the ice cream is 14 pi. Just in case you do not know what is the meaning of circumference. Circumference means the circumference, right? So the circumference given is 14 pi. Okay, find the area of the paper need to wipe the surface, the curved surface of the cone. So basically they ask you to find about this area. Alright, so we know we actually have the area for cone, for surface, for the curved area, right? We actually have the formula for curved area. So formula for curved area you must remember is equals to pi r l. Okay, in this case, L actually is a slant height. Right, so basically right now I will need to solve the triangle. First to find what is my R. Since Circumference, we know the circumference formula equals to 2 pi r. The circumference formula is 2 pi r. So therefore, 14 pi will equals to 2 pi r. Pi and pi I simplified. 2 I move to the other side. R equals to 7. Okay, so I just make the 2 pi r equals to 14 pi because this is the information given. Alright, so then I get my r equals to 7. Then I'm going to draw this r here, 7 here. And then this one, height here, 24. And then this 90 degree. I can get my slant height, which is L value, easily by doing the Pythagoras, which is 25. Yeah, you might ask me how to get the 25. Yeah, my L is equals to square root of 24 square plus 7 square. Then you will get square root of 625, and then you will get 25. Alright, so after I get my L already, I want to find the curve area. So pi must use the value given, 3.142. My R I already found is 7 times 7. L I just got is 25. Then I type in a calculator. I should be able to get my final answer easily. So my final answer should be 549.85. Alright, this question is very easy. Yeah, slant height is the hypotenuse length. Yeah, this video will be available in my YouTube after this. Alright, so number 17 here. Okay, given that the gradient is a bit blur, it's a bit blur for the letter, but I guess it's still fine. Yeah, the unit, if you want to find, of course, you want to write, you can follow back the unit given, use back the cm square. But in SPM, I don't think they will minus mark for units. Okay, so 17 here. Given the gradient function of the curve, so when you see the gradient function, we should know gradient function always mean dy dx. This is the first thing I will always write if I see the gradient function here. Oops, I'm so sorry. So gradient function, so I will write the dy dx equals to kx squared plus 5x. Where the k is a constant, a straight line, oh my god, it's so hard to see. I guess the equation should be y minus 3x minus 7 equals to 0, will be tangent to this curve. So there will be tangent to this curve, and at the point of negative 3, 2. Find the equation of the curve. Alright, this might be the question, yeah, some of you asking me just now. Alright, so yeah, whenever you see the tangent, tangent tell you one thing very important in this topic, which is the tangent actually tell you the gradient of tangent will always equal to dy dx. But how to get gradient of tangent is, gradient of tangent normally you can get from the straight line by y equals to mx plus c. Then the m basically is the gradient of tangent. If the question says the straight line is tangent to the curve or else it's not. And the second way of get the gradient of tangent is you find the value of dy dx first, then you sub the x value, go into your dy dx, then you can get the gradient of tangent. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I mean here. So from here, if I rearrange my equation here, I have y equals to 3x plus 7. So therefore, the question already tell me this line is tangent to the curve, right? At this value, at x equals to, tangent, you focus on x value, x equals to negative 3. So I know my gradient of tangent here is equal to 3. Since I say gradient of tangent equals to dy dx after I sub the x value into dy dx. So I already have dy dx, so I will do something like dy dx will become 3 after I sub my x value, negative 3, into my x value here. Then I can get my k easily. So this is 9k minus 15. So this is 18 equals to 9k. Then your k equals to 2. Right, this kind of differentiation question is not difficult, but at least you need to understand what is it. Alright, so yeah, you have gradient of tangent and gradient of normal. You have two types of different gradient here. Okay, so you're going to move on to the next one if you have no problem. Yeah, only gradient of tangent is equal to dy dx. Yes. Yeah, can say that, yes. Oh, the question asked you to find equation of curve. Yeah, then we not yet finished. Why so long one, this question? Yeah, find the equation of the curves. So the only way to find the equation of the curve, I say many times, is y equals to integrate dy dx. This is a formula to find the gradient of the curve. So therefore, I will integrate dy dx is 2x squared plus 5x. So if I integrate this one, I will have 2x cubed over 3 plus 5x squared over 2 plus c. And how to find the c? I must have a coordinate for x and y. So I will sub in the coordinate -3 and 2 here. So I will sub in the -3 and 2. So 2 equals to -3 cubed over 3 plus 5 -3 squared over 2 plus c. Then I solve this one, I get a c. Yeah, but it's very long here. So 27, -27 times 2 will be -54 divided by 3. 18. -18. This is 9 plus 45 over 2 plus c. So 45 over 2 minus 18. Okay, so 2 minus my answer. Yeah, c is equals to -5 over 2. Then you just rewrite the equation by substitute the c into it. So your final equation should be y equals to 2 over 3 x cubed plus 5 over 2 x squared minus 5 over 2. Yeah, this is the equation of the curve, and I hope it's correct because so long I don't want I make any mistake here. Yeah, which is correct. Can scroll up a bit. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this 3 mark, if you ask me how he give mark, is like, I guess this question definitely worth more than 3 mark. But if you want to know how they get mark, I guess, I have no idea. If you get the K value, maybe they give you 1 mark. And you integrate correctly, they give you 1 mark. You get the C value, they give you 1 mark. This one, C value mean the final equation. Maybe, if I want to give mark, this is how I will give the mark. Equation of tangent, curve, normal. Sir, can you roughly explain? Yeah, sure. Okay. You might have a very weird curve here. It doesn't matter how weird is a curve here. So when I say equation of tangent, okay, because curve, right? Curve, you only can get gradient function. Because at curve, right, every single point you have a different gradient here. So when we say gradient of tangent, right, that means we will actually specify on specific x coordinate. Specific coordinate, I don't want to say x coordinate. So what do I mean is like, okay, let's say I say this point is my tangent. Or maybe this point is easier. So if let's say this point is my tangent. So therefore, at this point itself, I'm going to call it point A. Only at the point A here, the curve will same with this gradient. Let's say this is y equals to 3x plus 2. So at this point A here, my dy dx, at the point A here, my dy dx will equal to 3. Because I say tangent means what? At the specific point, the straight line and the curve will have the same gradient. This one we call tangent. Okay, then we have something called normal. Normal is what? Normal is a line will be perpendicular to tangent. Perpendicular means it will form a 90 degrees to the tangent. So therefore, let's say I want the line normal to the tangent. Normal to the curve here. So this one will be my line. My God, it's so hard to draw. Okay, wait. Must do it. Okay. So this line is what we call normal. Okay, normally how do we get the gradient of normal is, yeah, you will need to know, okay, in this case, if you know the gradient is 3, right, because they are 90 degrees, the normal is -1 over 3. This is what we call normal. Or else, if you don't have the tangent, you only have normal and you have dy dx. In order to find the normal, right, first step is always do the dy dx first if you don't have. Second step, sub your a coordinate, the x value, sub the x coordinate into your dy dx. and then you will get the gradient of tangent. And then the third step, you will need to find the gradient of normal by make the -1 over gradient of tangent. So after you got the gradient of tangent in the second step, then you just -1 over the answer. You should be able to get the gradient of normal. But of course, in the exam, they will ask you to form the equation of normal. But after you got the gradient of normal, you can easily form the equation of normal by using the y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. Because you have the coordinate A. Coordinate A will give you x and y to sub into x1 and y1. And you just found your gradient of normal, you can sub into here. Then you can easily form the equation already. Alright, so ask you to find a point parallel to the point. I don't understand that question. But anyways, yeah, this is what happened for normal, tangent, and a curve. Alright, I'm going to move on to this question. If not, I'm not sure what time I will end my live streaming here. Okay, you should know this in intercept form. Whenever you see something like x over a plus y over b equals to 1, yeah, this is intercept form. Intercept form means what? A is a x-intercept, b is a y-intercept, right? So they say we'll cut the x-axis and y-axis the point A and point B. So I know point A is an x-intercept, point B will be y-intercept. So A is quite easy because it's 2, right? So it's 2, 0 because this is x-intercept. B is y-intercept, right? It's 3, right? So it's 0, 3. This is how I quickly get my coordinates. And then, given that the point C and the straight line BC intersect the straight line AB as 90 degrees, that means maybe we have BC, this C, and AB. They will be 90 degrees to each other. Alright, and then express K in terms of H. So whenever I see 90, I know I need a gradient. I need gradient, and I know after I find a gradient, I will do m1, m2 equal to -1. So therefore, I will find a gradient of AB first. So it's quite easy, negative y-intercept over x-intercept. Alright, I get the gradient of AB. Then I can get the gradient of BC. Because I know they are perpendicular to each other, right? They are 90 degrees to each other. So I will do m1, m2 equal to -1. I will get 2 over 3. Alright, since I know the gradient of BC, then I have the coordinate of B here, which is 0, 3. And I have the coordinate of C here, which is 3h, k. Then I use the gradient formula lah. K minus 3 over 3h minus 0. I shouldn't write 0. So if you want to write 0 also doesn't matter. So K minus, so I will cross over multiply lah, because I want to solve it. 3k minus 9 equals to 6h. And I want k as a subject, so k equals to 6h plus 9 over 3. So k equals to 2h plus 3. Right, this is how we solve this kind of questions. Yeah, basically you need to understand the question a little bit before you start to do. You need to know what the question wants. Right, next question. Yeah, you can use the negative y-intercept over x-intercept to find the gradient, but only for intercept. Okay, variable x and y are related to this equation. Alright, where k is a constant, find the gradient for the straight line obtains where the graph is y plus x again x squared. Right, so it's a linear law. So I need to change this equation, make me have this thing. So based on this information, I know my equation should look like this. Y plus x equals to m x squared plus c. And then definitely I need to find m, and then I need to find c. Alright, so I will need to solve the equation first. So 4y equals to 2, I expand the equation, x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 3k. 4y equals to 2x squared minus 4x plus 2 plus 3k. So this is 4x plus 4y. I move this one to the other side. So equals to 2x squared plus 2 plus 3k. So I factorize out the 4 because I want to get x plus y or y plus x. It doesn't matter. Alright, so I will get 2x squared plus 2 plus 3k. And then I divide 4 to the other side. So this one is over 4, this one is over 4 here. So therefore x plus y is equals to 1 over 2 x squared plus 2 plus 3k over 4. So therefore, for part A, my gradient is equals to 1 over 2. For part B, my C will equals to 2 plus 3k over 4. Alright, this one basically what's so important is you want to make the y plus x or x plus y as a subject, and then to make sure it's again x squared, so you want to leave an x squared here. The rest of this is just a c value. It shouldn't be too hard, right? For linear law, it's very easy. Yeah, I just replied the samely questions. The negative y over x can only use for x-intercept and y-intercept. You cannot straight away apply in the point C, because the point C itself is not x-intercept and y-intercept at the same time. So you cannot straight away substitute it into it. Alright, so this is the way of doing this question. I wonder there's other methods. I don't think for this linear law you have other methods. Alright, question 20 will be statistic. Okay, you have a mean here, and how many number do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 number, so n will be 6. Alright, so I will plus all the number divided by 6, and then it will get k, because the question tell me mean is k. Alright, so I will plus 4, 10, 12, 27. So it's 27, 5p, 9p plus 9p over 6 equals to k. So p in terms of k, right? So 27 plus 9p equals to 6k. So p will equals to 6k minus 27 over 9. Yeah, divide by 9. Yeah, because all number can divide by 3 lah. So I will just maybe divide 3 for top and bottom. So you got 2k minus 9 over 3. Yeah, or you want to separate them also can. 2k minus 3. Yeah, you can separate them if you want. Or else you just leave in this pattern. I guess both is fine. Normally I don't like separate. Alright, so done. Okay, given a standard deviation of a number is this one, standard deviation is given. So the new variance number in terms of p, as you find a new variance number here. If every number is added by 2 and multiplied by 3, for variance for standard deviation, I don't care what they're plus or what they're minus, because the value is too small to affect my standard deviation and variance. So remember, whenever you have standard deviation or variance, the plus minus you can always ignore it. Okay, so therefore, because I want to find a new variance, right? My variance, my original variance, to this standard deviation, right? I just square it. Should be p squared plus p over 3. So I say ignore about plus or minus. You just focus on multiply. For variance, right? You should know it's always k squared multiply the old variance. This is the sort of the formula. So I want to find a new variant. So it's just will equals to k will be the multiply number 3 square multiply my p square plus p over 3. So this is 9, right? 9 and this one I simplify. It will be 3p square plus 3p. Alright, this is how we solve this kind of question. How to get 2k minus 9? Alright, maybe I do too fast. Okay, so I just factorize out the 3 on the top here. So I get 2k minus 9. And then bottom is 9. 3 and 3 I simplify. Then I get 2k minus 9 over 3. Alright, so yeah, this is how we do the question 20. You just need to solve y multiply 3 square. Because it's variance, what? Because if standard deviation, I will straight away multiply 3. But if variance, then I need to square it, because the relationship between standard deviation and variance is a square. Because you know the variance is the square of standard deviation, isn't it? So you need to square the thing also. Alright, question 21 here. Yeah, this one you kind of need to know what's the exclusive event. Okay, exclusive event basically is mean both set A and set B, they doesn't have something in common. They doesn't intersect each other. We call exclusive. So that's mean you don't have something in common. So and the thing cannot happen together lah. This is what we call exclusive. Alright, independent, that means the first probability will not affect the second probability. You can imagine it's something like you pick the ball and then you replace it. Then the second time you pick the ball again, the probability will be the same, right? We call independent. If dependent, if after I pick the ball already, without replacement, I don't want to put it back. Second time I pick the same color ball, the probability will change. That one called dependent. Alright, independent means second time, first time, or third time you pick, all the probability is the same, we call independent. Alright, but over here, only exclusive I can draw out the diagram to show you. Exclusive means they doesn't intersect each other. So the question asks you to find the probability A intersect B. So it's just 0 because they doesn't intersect each other. So it's 0. For independent, they sort of have a formula. A intersect B is just probability A multiply probability B. So this one is just 3 over 7 multiply 1 over 2. So it's just 3 over 40. Okay, this is how we get both of the answer. This is probability. Yeah. So I move on to 22 here. No, there's no way to draw the diagram for independent. Yeah, because even I try to draw the diagram for independent, I even try to Google it and I try to go a lot of way to find any diagram for it. Of course, I can get the value and insert the value for it. But then, even I insert the value into the diagram, it doesn't help you to understand better. But if you insist on me to like explain this one, maybe I can try to explain using the tree diagram. Yeah, independent always happen in the tree diagram. I give some example help you to understand independent or dependent. Let's say I have 5 red color ball. And then I have 4 yellow color ball. Okay. So I want to choose 2 red color ball here. So I want to get what is the probability here. I want to get what the probability I will get here. So I will pick 2 red color. Alright. So I want to get the probability of red and probability of getting yellow. And the second time I pick again red and yellow. Red and yellow. Alright, this is tree diagram. If you don't understand tree diagram, I can't help you. Okay, so in this case, if you want to get a red color, right, what is the probability I can get for red? Red will be 5 over 9, right? 5 divided by daughter, so it will be 5 over 9. So yellow will be 4 over 9. Okay, if this is independent, second time I pick the red again, must be 5 over 9. This one must be 4 over 9. Mean the probability over here will not affected by the previous probability. We call independent. If this is dependent, it will be without replacement case. If without replacement, let's say I pick the red color, I do not want to put it back. Second time I pick the red color, I only left 4 over 8, right? So this one will be 4 over 8 again. So if I make this one 4 over 8, that means my second time I pick is very depend on the first time I pick. There's one called dependent probability. Okay, so we go back to why we multiply first. Let's say this is independent. I replace the ball, right? 4 over 9. Alright, so if I want to find probability R, both also is red color, both also red color, this one actually is R intersect R. So how to get R intersect R? Basically the probability of R multiply probability of R, right? Because you know in order to find both red color, basically you multiply them, right? So therefore it's 5 over 9 multiply 5 over 9. Yeah, this is how we do it. Yeah, so then why independent is A intersect B? The A intercept B is given, is not something I come up by myself one. Yeah, so yeah, replacement and without replacement, I guess this is the things affects the. Of course, you can search a lot of other example online. Yeah, but yeah, it just happened this way. Yeah, so I very hard to use. Okay, even I can draw out the set. I know that intercept is 3/14 here, and then this one I can use 1/2 will be 7/14. So here will be 4/14. Even I write out all these number for you in the set here, there's no meaning one because you will not understand it. So over here, the most important is you need to remember for independent, right? If you see A intersect B, it's probability A multiply probability B. This is something you need to remember. And for mutually exclusive, right? The mutually exclusive, you have two things. If they ask about probability A intersect B, it definitely equals to 0. If they ask about probability A union B, will equals to probability of A plus probability of B. Okay, this is something as a student, I guess you need to remember. And for independent, you don't have any case to do with union one. You don't need to worry. What about A union B come out for independent? Yeah, they will not come out one because you don't have such thing. And all these thing is in your textbook. Yes, the little rabbit said the point. Yeah, actually everything in your textbook, so you don't need to worry so much. Yeah. So yeah, because sometimes if I explain already, even I use the diagram to explain, I will make you very confused. So you don't need to understand until so much. Alright. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. How many 5 digits can be formed without replacement? We have 9 number here, right? Just 9p5. Simple. Then you use the calculator. Alright, so the error choose randomly a number from 5-digit number. Find the probability of getting 5 digits number. We are greater than 70,000. Okay, this question a bit tricky. First thing, the tricky part is not about what they want to find. It's about probability. Because they are not finding number of way you can get the number which are bigger than 70,000. They ask you to find the probability. So what you need to do is probability, you basically need to find the number of event you want divide by the sample space, right? So what happened here, I still will find how about greater than 70,000 for a 5-digit number. So the first digit must be 7, 8, and 9, right? Because must be bigger than 70,000. So this one is 3p1. 3 number, I choose 1 to put here. After I choose 1 to put here, I still have 8 number, right? Let's say I choose 8 here. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So over here, I have 8 number, I want to choose 3. So this is the probability of getting the number bigger than 70,000. So I type in the calculator, I will get 1008. So I want to get a probability of getting bigger than 70,000. So I will use the number of getting 70,000 divided by my sample space, which is the total probability of getting the 5 digits number. Then I will get the final answer correct. So final answer should be 1050. And I hope my answer is correct. Oh, my answer is wrong? How come? Oh, sorry. This is 8p4. Because you have 4 places, right? It's not 3. Because here you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, should be 8p4. Yeah. You make sure you don't do the carrot mistake like what I did here. So this one will be 5040. So you divide, you should get 1/3. Yeah, when you keep speak English, your English will improve. Now, even though I have very bad English, as long as you always practice and you don't worry about people or your student will laugh at you, then you will improve. But anyways, come out to 23. We have 3 more questions. Okay, the table 1 show the frequency distribution score of the group of the student in the test. So find the range of the score. Yeah, I want to say about this range because in one of the video I think I teach wrongly because I just go to Google and then after that I realized in SPM, if in the group data you want to find the range, right? You want to find a range, you basically use the midpoint. So therefore, you take the highest one, take the midpoint minus the lowest one. Okay, so therefore, I think the midpoint for this one is, how to get the midpoint of this one? 40 plus 31 divided by 2, you get 45.5. So this one, you get 5.5. So you just use the 45.5 minus 5.5. I mean 35.5, sorry. 35.5. So you should know the range is 30. Okay, just take the highest midpoint minus the lower midpoint. Yeah, I explained P and C like so many times already. Basically, P and C is P means arrangement important, then C means arrangement doesn't matter. Yeah, the most easier way I always to tell my student one, you imagine your phone password. Let's say your phone says 4-digit password is 1234. And then I know you are using the 1234 already. And then I try to hack your phone. So what I'm doing is I try to key in 1243. Can I access your phone? I cannot access your phone, right? Because the 43 and 34 swap already is mean a new password already. So when the number change a little bit, you get a new result. Then that one is permutation. Combination is like, okay, so in the class here, I want to choose 2 boy and 2 girl to join the chess competition. How you choose the 2 girl and 2 boy, you do not need to arrange them, right? I just like 10 girl, I choose 2 girl, then the arrangement doesn't happen in choosing case, then it will be C. So when you read the question and you think a bit, does arrangement matter in this question? If you don't think the arrangement matter, just use C. But I can give you some hints. Is whenever you see the number code, letter code, or password and whatsoever, you just use P. Or whenever you see the word arrange, you just use P. And for C, most of the time you will see the word children select. Yeah, this kind of word you just use the C lah. Yeah, whenever you see the word arrange, confirm use P already one. But some question actually can mix with both lah, P and C. Alright, so let's move on to B. Given that the median score is 23.625, find a value of K. So you want to find a median. So the median score here tell you what? Median score here actually tell you where is the median class. 23.2625 is fall into here, right? It's between here, between 21 to 30. So this one will be my median class. So since this one is a median class, the formula for median is L plus N over 2 minus F over Fm multiplied C. So L is what? L is the lower boundary of the median class. This median class lower boundary is 20.5. N will be total. I do not have total, so I'm going to plus them manually lah. So this is 18, 30. So it will be 30 plus K. This divided by 2. This is my N divided by 2. And then minus F. What is F? F is the cumulative frequency before the median class. So this is a median class, right? So I'm going to cumulate the first two. I cumulate both of them. This is my capital F. So it is 80. Over, this is frequency of the median class. Frequency of the median class is K. C will be the class size. Class size is 10. How to get the class size? The easiest way is use the upper bound minus the lower bound. Then you get 10. Alright, this is how to get the C. Then it equals to 23.625. And then you just solve about this equation. After you insert already, you move around, you should get the K value easily. And your K value will get 60. I'm not going to solve the algebra thing for you. You guys just solve yourself. Alright. So let's move on to 24 here. Yeah, the formula will be given in the SPM. Just make sure you know what is L, what is F lah. Yeah, some student need to score up. Yeah, this one you just like solve it yourself. Yeah, is there anything I can help? Yeah, the L will be 20.5. Yep. Oh, L is the lower boundary of the median class. Because this one is from 21 to 30. So if you want to get the lower boundary, right? Lower boundary is use the lower limit of the median class plus the upper limit of the previous class divided by 2. Then you will get 20.5. C is a class size. C, you just use the upper boundary minus the lower boundary of the size. So upper boundary is 30.5, lower boundary is 20.5, then you minus, you will get C equals 10. Oops. Okay, so let me move on to 24 here. Okay, for STEAM projects in a school, Zahira need to grade an aquarium with the open top. So the top is basically open, has a square base, so the base basically is a square. Alright, so the total surface area is 4096. Find the dimension of the aquarium which have the maximum volume. So whenever you see maximum volume, you know this is something to do with dy dx equals 0 because maximum volume. So the first thing is I do not know what is the base here. I'm going to point x, 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 x. And the height here, I'm going to call it y lah. Alright. Since I know total surface area that means I need to this area is x times y, right? This x times y, this area basically I have 4 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So I have 4xy plus the square base is x squared equals to 4096. So over here, I just want to make the y a subject lah. 4096 minus x squared over 4x. Yeah, I just leave like this. First. Right, because the question asked me to find my maximum volume, I need to form another equation related to the volume, and then I want to differentiate it. So my volume for this aquarium will be length times width times height, right? So it will be x squared y. And I got my y, right? I'm going to substitute my y back into here. So I have x squared 4096 minus x squared over 4x. Then x and x I simplify. I expand it. Alright, so 4096 over 4x, the first one, I separate them. Alright, so this one, x times x is x cubed, right? So this one, I still have 4 at the bottom, so it's 1 over 4 x cubed. Alright, so because I write separately, it's easier to solve it whenever I need to differentiate. You write together, maybe you confuse yourself by doing the quotient rule. So then I will do the dvdx equals 0 because I see the word maximum. So I will differentiate this one. I get 4096 should be able to divide it by 4, right? I get 1024 minus 3 over 4 x squared equals 0. Then from here, I can get my x value. X squared is equals to yeah, what's wrong here? Yeah, I get something wrong here. Okay, equals to 1024. The 3 over 4 move to the other side, become 4 over 3 times 4 over 3. So my x will equals to square root of 4096 over 3. So I square root my answer. I should have 36.95. Alright, it's because the question asked about dimension. So I need to find about my y also. Because I know my dimension of x already. I need to know the y. Y I can substitute back into here. 4096 minus 36.95 square over 36.95. And then you type in the calculator, you should get your y value is equals to 18.48. So therefore the dimension is x times y, right? Therefore the dimension should equals to 36.95 multiply 36.95 multiply 18.48. Right, this is how we solve this kind of question. The first thing is basically you need to understand that how to use the area formula, because the area formula is just to help you to make the y a subject. Because when you find a volume, right, you will have the y and x here. You can't differentiate if you have the two unknown. So therefore, you need to sub the y back into the volume equation. 2x squared leh. Where's the 2x squared? Where do you get the 2x squared? I am lost here. Why does it mean by dimension? Dimension mean they want to know what is the dimension of the aquarium. If you go to the shop, you want to buy the aquarium, you need to tell them about your dimension, right? Yeah, this one v equals to x squared y. Oh, because over here, x squared and x, I simplify, I left one x, isn't it? This one is x squared, right? So x squared and x I cut already, I left a 1x here. Here bottom, I left a 4 here. Then x I multiply with 4096, I get 4096 over 4x. Then x I multiply this one, I get x cubed here. How do you get the 4xy plus x squared? 4xy. Oh, 4xy plus x squared is the surface area. Because this aquarium is an open top. So you only have 4 surfaces. One of the surface is x squared. You imagine you have x squared, x squared, x squared, x squared. You have 4x squared, right? I mean xy. Yeah. So you see here you have 1xy, 2xy here, 3, 4xy. And the base, this one is the base. Base is x squared, isn't it? So I get 4xy plus x squared. Yeah, because this one only have 5 surface. The top is open one, the top is empty. Yeah, so you shouldn't add the top as in this case. Alright, let's move on to the last one. Okay, I hope you can get it. What time now? Oh my god, almost 11 already. So yeah, come on, the last one. Okay, the edge of 1000. The edge of the 1000 residents in the village are normally distributed with a mean of 70 years and the variance of variance. Yeah, that's the variance size. Given the probability of selecting a resident who is more than 60 years old is 0.7499. Find the variable standard deviation. Yeah, it's very easy. So I let the x is the age of resident. Alright, okay, so the mean is 70. Okay, how to get the x is bigger than 60 years old? Is equals to 0.7499. And then we solve this one to change to z. Is 60 minus the mean over standard deviation. Because variance is the variance sign square, right? So standard deviation just without square. Alright, then I will kind of draw out the bell-shaped diagram. Oh my god, so ugly, my bell-shaped diagram. Okay. Alright, so more than I get 0.7499. So I know my value must on the negative side. So this is 60 minus 70 is negative 10 over standard deviation. So this area over here is 0.7499. Then I can know this area easily by use the 1 to minus it, right? So it's equals to 0.2501. Why I want to know the area? Because in our table we cannot find any value more than 0.5. So I'm going to use this side. And this value I just don't like about this value. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to use it as well. So I will say z is less than negative 10 over standard deviation equals to 0.2501. I said negative and less than happen at the same time. You can change to bigger and change to positive. So then I will open my exact value table. I hope you have the exact value table with you right now. And then I find out this number, 2501. Okay, I don't have 2501, but I can minus 12. I can minus 13, isn't it? Yeah, 0.674. 0.674. So I know this one should equals to negative 0.674. Then I can know my standard deviation easily by using 10 divided by this number. So standard deviation should be 14.84. Is that the correct answer? Yeah, great. Yeah, I got the correct answer. Yeah, this is how we do the probability distribution. Yeah, so I guess that's all for this Saturday night. Yeah, still have the where got minus 10. Why is 10 over standard deviation? Yeah, because 60 minus 70, you got negative 10, right? Yeah, so yeah, just negative 10. Yeah, so that's all for this Saturday night. Still have paper 2, but tomorrow I'm not free. I'm not free tomorrow. So maybe paper 2 will fall in the next weekday. But I will update in my YouTube and my Facebook when is the second paper. When is the second paper live stream. And yeah, this video I will save it in my YouTube channel. So make sure you just subscribe my YouTube channel and you see you have a bell button over there, like turn on the notification. So once I have the video, then you can actually know it. Yeah. So yes, I guess that's all for this video. If you have no idea about last question, go check out my probability distribution video. And yeah, my Facebook profile name will be y equals to mx plus c. Y equals to mx plus c is a straight line equation. Alright, so yeah, have a wonderful weekend and yeah, rest well and study more. Yeah, because Sejarah is on Monday. I can't teach Sejarah, I'm so sorry. But anyways, I hope you study hard. Yeah, so see you guys soon. Bye bye and good night.